Look at, we're back from the break. MattyVision.com. Thank you, Kenny Wayne. Kenny Nag for stopping by on his way to New Zealand. He went backwards, I guess. Potato! I got a doctor! And here come the judge, here come the judge. This is the Sparks Report, back from their 2-week hiatus for today, June 28, 2012. Did not see Marty McFly, although yesterday, I guess, was the day that
they went to in the future.
Yes. Although there's been dilemma talk about that. Someone else said it was October 10th, the day after Miami beat the Cubs in the World Series.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
so we don't know. We're here to give you all the best local sports coverage around Scranton. We're going to open it up with the Honorable Muggsy. He's going to give you a little rant.
Where he's going, you don't need roads, right?
Where he goes, you don't need roads.
What, did you just come out of the doctor's office?
I did.
Yeah, you had a couple consultations?
I had a late appointment today.
Okay.
Fancy.
Fancy schmancy.
All right. High school season is over. We are finite.
School's out.
I know, I'm at senior week here.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the entire high school season with a top 10 list.
Top 10.
As judged by me and by me only, the top 10 moments for what I thought was the high school sports season.
Very cool. Very cool.
We're
gonna start at 10 and count down.
Yes, we are. Just like anybody else would do.
Awesome.
We gotta save the best for last.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna start with number 10, the Riverside Vikings boys basketball team.
Awesome.
And they were led by Jerry Kinsel.
Fabulous career there he had at Riverside.
Yes, he did. 1,755 points for his career. One of the big highlights was the 52-point game he had against Holy Cross on January 17th, even though it was a game they eventually lost 63-61. And after that, they had a Hercules kind of playoff kind of season.
Hercules.
They had the flair for the dramatics. They had that game in districts against GAR with the buzzer beater by Jaron Bashinsky.
I heard the buzzer going on. There it is.
The buzzer.
Oh.
Yes, it was. Anyway, that was the first round in the districts. Then they qualified for states, and then they had another kind of game against Loyal Sock. It was like 3 weeks where Riverside was just playing tight games.
Was that the video, the famous Muggsy Post video that got 20,000 hits?
Yes, that was.
Second shot now. Six seconds left. We missed both of them.
But we didn't get the rebound.
We got the rebound. We got the rebound. They're coming down the court. One. We got
Yes, awesome.
And unfortunately, the run ended with the loss to Bishop McDevitt in the second round of the state tournament, 61-55. But still, it was a great year for Riverside. They were 23-5. And then the big news, a couple weeks after the season, Coach Mike Morgan decided to retire. So it was a great career for him. He got to coach his son in the late 90s. So that was good for him. Good for him. Good luck to him in his retirement.
Yes.
So that was number 10. And we're going to move on to number 9, the West Scranton Grapplers.
West Side!
Their 500 foot wrestling program victory, December 14th. Back last year.
Quite a milestone there.
Yes, sir. The 46-27 victory over Crestwood. They got them that 500 program win. And they had a big celebration for it in February. And they on that day in February, they actually crowned another 100-win wrestler in Tom Hendry.
Tommy!
Yes, sir. And they were during their season. They were also the champions of the 2011 Berwick Duels over the Christmas break. And the future looks bright for them. They were their junior high, their 7th, 8th, and 9th grade program won the Lackawanna League.
Awesome.
So good.
That's the old West Side wrestling lineage that just keeps producing quality athletes.
Coach Fox.
Quality student athletes.
Yeah, Fox and Fox.
Fox and Fox. Like an 80s sitcom.
Fox. It's on Fox.
On Fox.
So that was number 9. Now we're going to number 8.
Number
We're
eight.
going crosstown. We're going to the end of an era for Scranton High School athletics.
The Knights.
Two great athletic careers came to a close this past athletic season. Joe McCarthy and Terry Turner.
Terry Turner had some fairly odd parents.
But that was Timmy Turner.
Oh, Timmy Turner.
Timmy Turner.
Sorry, Terry.
Yeah.
He's got very good parents, actually. He's got a great family.
Yeah, Felicia Brown. Yeah, the genes of that family.
Yeah, he had the mother, Felicia. She's a basketball legend. His 2 sisters were All-American, junior college All-Americans in basketball, and he's on his way too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was just 2 great careers. Joe McCarthy had a great football and baseball career. Football, when Joe was this past season, they won the District 2 championship, and they nearly almost won another district basketball championship. That was the heartbreaking loss for them, and that ended Terry Turner's career. Terry Turner ended up with 1,586 points, and he's off. Now he's off to the State College of Florida, junior college down there. He pulled off on his verbal commit to Rider, and he's gonna see where junior college leads him. Maybe he can get a scholarship down the line.
Hopefully he'll give us another story to follow this fall.
Yeah, and of course Joe McCarthy, he's going to Virginia to play some baseball. What couldn't he not do? What couldn't he do?
Yeah, you're right. Baseball, I think, was his first love, and
baseball was his love. It's gonna be his sport for the rest of his life. Yeah.
Yeah, if all goes well, and he's just a player that you watch him play, and the ball just leaves his bat differently. You know, it's a different sound. Hits the ball so hard. It's sad to see him go, but
yeah. But like
he's
I
on
said,
to bigger
it was
and better
an
things,
end of an era.
Yeah.
Those 2 were making waves when they were freshmen. They didn't waste any time. Number 7.
Number 7.
Name here.
Yes, sir.
Best name in the area here.
Yeah. Now Terry Turner, when he was a sophomore, this is when he started to really make a name for himself, and now this kid really made a name for himself as a sophomore. J.C. Shao. J.C. Shao from Abington Heights.
Well, it's a big Shao.
Doo-doo, doo-doo. Anyway, he was a 3rd-team All-State in basketball, and he was a pretty good football player too. He's going to be one of the key contributors for Abington Heights football this coming year at wide receiver. Abington Heights trying to get back to prominence in football, but basketball, he took off in the playoffs. He missed a semifinal game in the district tournament, but then he came back, and you could not stop this kid. 2 of the best teams in AAA tried, they couldn't. Berks Catholic couldn't stop him. He had 27 points. Boys Latin Charter in the state quarterfinals. No, I'll just put up 35 points.
35.
Stay home.
You know what he is? He's a one-man show. One-man show. Never mind.
Shao.
But anyway, he's gonna be Abington Heights is gonna be probably gonna be the favorite next year in the Lackawanna League of Basketball just because of him.
Somebody's got to step up and knock off Abington Heights. They're always the best at everything.
Yeah, Scranton had the basketball title the last 2 years. It's hard, yeah.
Come on, Abington, when do you see football season this year?
Abington will be up there. They'll be
Not this year. West Side this year.
West Side, hopefully. Abington with Coach Rapshus, their football program.
Yeah, they had an uncharacteristic down season last
Young
year.
team. You expect them to be a lot better this year.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we see. And which brings us to number 6.
Number 6.
Now, there were a lot of dominant programs just in the state, but I've never seen a domination in District 2 like what Delaware Valley did on the mats this year. Delaware Valley did not lose a match in District 2. That's how dominant they were. They had 10 of their wrestlers. You could put 14 wrestlers on a team, 14 different weight classes. 10 of them had 20 wins.
Wow.
Go figure that.
Go figure. That's great.
And they swept all the postseason in this area. Lackawanna Division 1, Lackawanna Tourney, District 2 duels, District 2 team championship. They won everything you could win in this area.
Did they win the WWE title?
WWE.
It's not worth anything anymore, I know. But it was.
It's not.
It was.
What does CM Punk have to do to lose the title?
What does Vader have to do with anything? Ugh.
It's time.
It's Vader time.
Cheers, Delaware Valley.
Yes, sir. And we're halfway through the countdown.
Halfway through the countdown. Number 5.
This is going to be one of the things that I'm going to be looking forward to next year when we pick back up with cross country in the fall. A nice little rivalry between Luke Jones from Elk Lake and Rico Glassi of Holy Cross. Think about this: cross country in the districts. Luke Jones wins it. Glassi was second. They both went to the state meet. Jones was second in that meet. He lost to a kid from District 3, I think, in the state meet. Glassi was third. But in the state meet, Jones beat Glassi by 9 seconds, as opposed to the district meet, he won by 20 seconds. Now they take the winner off. Now they come back for track, and they flipped it. Glassi has the edge in the 3200. That's the marathon race they run in track. 32 meters. That's 8 times around the track.
Classy Glassi is a little more of a track guy, it looks like.
Yes, he is. He won the district championship in 9 minutes 19 seconds. Jones finished second he was behind by 15 seconds, but still, these two know how to race against one another. This will be very interesting to see because they're both juniors and they're coming back as seniors.
Cool.
They'll be peaking this year.
Yeah.
Gotta get some video footage of that.
Yes, and as far as the state meet was concerned, Glassi was second in the state meet overall in this event, and Jones was 8th out of the whole state in that event. So that's gonna be one of the things I'm looking forward to. See if one of them can bring home some state gold next year.
We have to start getting some sources so we can get video sent to us. We need sources. Mostly, use all your sources and resources.
Sources, yeah. Check my sources, yes,
If
sir.
you want to be a source for Matty Vision Sports Report, contact us at info@mattyvision.com.
Yes, sir.
Down and out? Having a bad day? Go to mattyvision.com, where smiles are not only guaranteed, they're also free. So go around and explore, have some fun, learn something, and who knows, you might even make a friend. mattyvision.com, we dream big.
And now number 4.
The Glide Zone!
Whoa!
Glide
The number.
That should be number 1, first of all.
I know, yeah. I just
No,
wanted to plug
anyway.
The Glide Zone by Brian Minnick.
This
GlideZone.com. TheGlideZone.com.
E-Glides. Number 4, Valley View football. All the way back in the fall. Way back in the fall, District 2 AAA champions, their first district championship.
Naeem Wortman.
Naeem.
Yeah, the Penn State foul tight end. And you could say, what could you say about them? What couldn't you say about them?
Awesome.
Not much.
with the exception of the Scranton Prep loss, they should have been 10-0. But you know what? You take what you take. I mean, Valley View never. I mean, even in their state championship year, Valley View they never had to play the district championship game. The year after that, in '93, was the first year they recommended the PIAA said you have to play your districts to get the states. Valley View played Eastern Conference back then. But so, and another one of their key contributors was Tyler Phillips. He's going to be another one of those players we're going to be keeping our eye on next year.
For sure.
He had almost 1,500 yards rushing during the season. He's going to be, I wouldn't want to say the lone wolf, but Valley View did graduate a lot of kids.
The leader.
Yeah.
Will be the vet.
But you know what? They're Valley View. They'll find. I don't think they can find a replacement for Wortman, but you can still find some kids up there. So we'll see what happens. And now, number 3, the story that captivated us all throughout March.
Number 3.
The March Madness. Of,
March Madness.
Northeastern PA basketball.
Yes, Holy Cross boys and Montrose girls, and more specifically, Josh Cosin and Dallas Ellie.
Dallas.
Yeah, the two.
Dallas.
They were the one-man wrecking crews that both nearly got their teams to the state final. Josh Cosin, he's a junior. He's coming back next year. So we're going to hold off on him. We're going to do ladies first. Dallas, another one of those girls, what couldn't you say about her? She was excellent when the going got tough. 41 points in a second-round state playoff game. And then when she was paired up against Sierra Moore, she's going to Duke. I don't care. Basketball, if you're going to Duke, that's saying something.
Yeah.
And Dallas outshined this girl all night from DeLone Catholic. Montrose got all the way to the state semifinal where they eventually lost to York Catholic. But Dallas ended up her career at over 1,800 points. That's very rarefied air.
Yeah.
Only girls like Amber Jacobs, Becky Bird, I think in this area eclipsed 2,000 points. At least that I know of. I don't know, Tara Machako, I don't know. She might have, I don't know.
The Howards might have. They had a lot.
Yeah. So that was her. And then Josh Cosin, he surpassed 1,000 points this year, and he's going to be a key contributor for Holy Cross next year as they look to make a run to the state final. They'll be bringing a lot of kids back next year. And they'll certainly be one of the favorites in the AA. And another thing I'm looking forward to, they're not going to state college anymore. They're going back to Hershey.
Love Hershey.
That's where I'll be at Hershey tomorrow.
That's where DJ Bugsy's from.
Yeah.
Hershey, baby.
Yes. The state championships are going back to Hershey next year. I remember when I was a kid, when Jerry McNamara was a freshman at Bishop Hannon, I remember being at the Long Center when they beat Susquehanna the first year. Next thing, all I could remember is getting pelted with Hershey Kisses from about 7 everywhere that night.
It's good to get pelted with kisses.
Yeah, but not when you just dare to take it in as a fan. Not when you have a rooting interest.
Moxie's not a big fan of getting pelted with kisses at times, you know? Only when it's appropriate, you know?
And that gets us to number 2.
Number 2.
And this is the most heartbreaking that I have to talk about because this is the most recent one, the Valley View softball team.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
What a run they had this year.
What a story.
Yeah, they were one strike away from the gold medal. Then it all fell apart for them.
Yeah.
But you know what? They also got a lot of girls coming back next year. The pitcher, Sheffalo. So who knows? Maybe that was their Mannheim Central from last year. They got by that game to get to the state. Maybe just one of those things. We got there. Now we can use it for next year and make a run. And we can bring home the gold again because they already have a softball championship.
Certainly nothing to be ashamed about with that season they had.
No, you get to the state final. I know it hurt for a couple days, considering the way it ended up, but there's nothing to hold your head down for. Keep your heads up, girls.
They had the whole community behind them the whole time.
They had the whole area. It wasn't just their community.
The whole state.
No, not the whole state.
Country. Everybody but Muggs.
No, I was rooting for
I
her.
know it was.
All of North America.
You're out of
was
order.
rooting for her.
Out of order,
That's the
Bucks.
first time I've said order.
Yeah, so number 2, and that brings us to number 1. The gold medal. Drum roll, please.
Number 1.
Number 1 goes to the Scranton Prep girls swimming team. And now you could say 4 girls who dominated their sport. Probably this was better than what Delaware Valley did. These 4 girls at a district meet combined for 7 gold medals.
Yeah.
And shattered and set 5 records along the way, just at their district meet. You had Rebecca Campo, Mia Nonnenberg. We talked about her.
She's only a sophomore too, isn't
Yes, she is.
Sophomore?
She's going to be a junior.
Junior this year.
And then
Wow.
Katie Wojtek. She was only a freshman. And Maria Telnico. She was a departing senior as well. But those 4 girls combined to win the 200-yard medley relay and the 200-yard freestyle relay, both setting records in those events. Then Wojtek went ahead and, as a freshman, she won the 200-yard freestyle herself, as a freshman. And then Nonnenberg, she won her event, the 200 IM, and Campo, she won her 100-yard butterfly, and the 100-yard breaststroke, B&B, the big B&B.
BB.
So, and so that was just the districts, and then the Campo was, out of everybody that participated in interscholastic sports during the season, she was the only one to bring home state gold. She won the 100-yard breaststroke state championship in a time of 1 minute 3 seconds, and that beat her time that she set at the district meet. She won the district meet in 1:04, so she was able to shave a half a second off that time. And she also took home a second in her butterfly event. And Nonnenberg, she did 3rd place in the 500-yard freestyle event, which she won with Wojtek coming in 2nd in the district. And then Nonnenberg was 2nd in the 100 IM, 200-yard IM. And then the relay teams were 2nd in the 200 medley and 4th in the 200-yard freestyle. So, hats off. That's very good work.
Prep class.
Very good
girls
work.
Yes, and I knew there wasn't enough time to get up. I could only do 10. I did have a
Honorable
couple.
mention?
Yeah, I did have a couple honorable mentions. Delaware Valley boys basketball. They won 2 games in their state tournament in Class Quad A boys, so that's worth an honorable mention.
Right.
No love for the North Pocono baseball team, or
Well,
honorable mention?
Yeah, honorable. And Elk Lake girls cross country. They were 2nd in the team state meet in cross country. So I wanted to give a shout out to those 5 girls. Maria and Liz Townbridge, Jenny and Katie Van Eaton, and Kristen Holster were the 5 key girls on their team. So I just want to give a shout out to them. And
Very good.
that is
that's
a
it.
gang.
Well, he
They're
gagged with
released.
Babel, but I'm still going to give a shout out and bring him up to varsity, the St. Paul's 8th grade girls basketball team for a phenomenal run. Even though it's not
St.
high
Clair,
school,
St. Paul.
They're gonna be in high
it's
school
not a
next
high
year.
school team. I still think it was one of my favorite stories
That was
of the
a
year
great story.
because
Yeah.
of our future Hall of Fame
Yeah.
guest stars that were on.
Yeah,
here.
those 2 girls will be in high school next year. So
And,
we following them.
and you know, one of their coaches, John Jaworski, was down at Coach K at Duke University's coaching camp last
Yeah.
week.
Coach K.
And I'd like to hear about that. So,
Yeah,
so
he's
I
out-
haven't talked to him about
Coach
it yet.
K.
He's officially a prodigy of Coach K. I know he always thought that he was, but now he is.
That was a good segue. Coach K, Olympic team, Dwayne Wade out with his knee surgery.
Oh, yeah, Dwayne Wade's out. Going to the pros. The Olympics are around the corner.
Yeah.
Rolling right into the pros.
It was a good segue, Doctor.
Good segue.
DJ. Good
Since
segue.
the last time you saw us, the Miami Heat became champions. Roger Clemens was found not guilty. Flojo's kid was eliminated from America's Got Talent. A lot of stuff
A
happened.
lot going on. I'll start with the Heat. I mean,
Flojo's kid was auditioning.
is Flojo the Florence?
Olympic runner.
Yeah,
that died.
Yeah,
Her dad was Al
Florence Griffith
Joyner.
Joyner.
Her dad was
Yeah.
Al Joyner, the Olympic gold medalist.
Ah, I didn't know that.
She was a singer on there. She
Huh.
got booted.
Yeah.
She was good.
That's why I don't watch that show.
It was good
Yeah,
though.
but anyway,
Olympic basketball.
Yeah, congratulations to the Miami Heat. LeBron's got his first title.
Oh wow!
Hey,
He
Rob,
really, he really earned that, baby. I tell you that.
He
Yes,
grew
he
up
did.
too,
Yeah.
man. What
No,
class?
you know what? You gotta give him the.
What class he
You
had.
got to give him the
him his-
credit where
yeah.
credit. Hitting a big three while you're cramping up in Game 4.
Oh God! I mean, LeBron. I really hope they don't show that shot like they do Jordan when he was, on the sideline, with no energy,
Hugging Pippen.
I totally hope that they don't start doing the shot like that.
But
because,
still,
because
I
that's
mean-
where you want it.
Little
I
scripted.
mean, come on.
Still, he's
Yeah, I think so.
But-
But I'm not gonna say he's faking. I'm gonna say he dramatized it.
But still, under the circumstances, it was like a 1 or 2 point game.
No
in
question.
a critical Game 4, they lose that
It's a big
game.
shot.
It's 2-2, and it's anybody's ball game.
There's still 3 minutes left in the game.
But still, it was just that. It was just like that defining shot. Like when he hit that
Yeah.
shot, you just had to feel that the Heat were gonna win that game, no matter what.
He
it
won
took.
the series because Oklahoma City's young and they're
But the
not
doctor has a
experienced.
point. You'll never see Kenny Nags holding his leg and limping. He
Kenny
just brings
Nags
it.
would never.
He just brings it, so.
He'll bite your head off. Kenny Nags.
And he'll eat the
Every
big
day.
three.
Americans, Google Kenny Nags right now
Yeah.
and YouTube him and see what he's made of. It's beautiful. But that's a good point to put a picture up of him there, right there.
Maybe I already did.
The War Child,
Maybe I already did. Maybe I put 2 pictures up.
Kenny Nags. All right. But the reason that he won is because they have 2 of the top 5 players in the game. Let's get real. I mean, winning an NBA championship anymore, I don't really care about it.
And they won now.
So it's not like winning the
so-
Super Bowl. Yeah.
But they have the one. Now we
They're
don't
gonna
have
be
to.
back next year too.
Now we don't have to. Now we don't have to listen. Now we don't have to see LeBron talk about how he just sat in his balcony for 3 weeks
Yeah.
doing nothing. At
Did
least
Cleveland burn their city down?
No, they're actually still
were-
up and running.
they were. Yeah, they were. The man in charge of Cleveland was very supportive of LeBron finally winning. He wasn't.
Dan Gilbert.
Yeah, Dan.
Well, he didn't name LeBron. He said congratulations.
but
to the
like
Heat.
we said, very supportive.
And he also guaranteed that the Cavaliers would win a title before the Heat would. When LeBron left, which I thought was a pretty
That was a
gutsy
bold statement.
Yeah,
Very
pretty
bold statement.
Gutsy,
Classy dumb. Well, we'll see what happens next year. NBA draft tonight.
And
And
NBA.
you know Anthony Davis goes 1.
Yeah.
And
Who
we'll
cares?
see
No, but
about
I
everybody
don't
else.
watch the NBA
The
draft.
NBA draft's more about Michael Jordan than anything else.
The draft.
It is.
And the Euros, we're down to the finals now.
Yes.
The Euros!
Yeah.
What do we got in the finals?
We got Italia, Italy, and
Italia.
Españols in Spain.
España. Very good.
Yeah.
You know, there's a classic matchup between my 2 favorite types of food: Italian food and Spanish food. So I'm kind of torn. You know.
Spain, they are the reigning Euro champions, the reigning World Cup champions. They put that crown on the line, at least the Euro crown on the line.
Italy has one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Gianluigi Buffon.
Jean-Louis Buffon!
Now the guy's good, and that guy, I mean, he's a guy who can keep him in the game. You know, Spain could have a couple big chances.
You know, this just smells like it's going to be 0-0 to penalty
PKs,
kicks.
yeah.
Just like Tim farted to me.
Wasn't me.
What do you think was more surprising? The fact that Ronaldo did not take a penalty kick yesterday, or I find out today that David Beckham will not even be playing for the United Kingdom in the Olympics?
How about that?
The Ronaldo thing, probably. I would say that's a little more surprising. or is that a rhetorical question?
Or is it more surprising that Dale Earnhardt Jr. finally won a
That's
race after
surprising.
4 years?
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt.
Cheers to Dale Earnhardt Jr. for
Yeah, there we
finally
go.
getting over your slumping streak.
88.
Great quote by Tony Stewart. Big deal.
Big deal,
Who
yeah.
cares?
You gotta love Tony Stewart. I'm sorry.
And we got a picture. We got the statue of Andy Pettit up here.
Andy Pettit
Is-
hurting. CC Sabathia hurting.
Well, CC
That's
is
2/5 of their starting rotation.
CC will be back. He's only 15 days, but Pettit's is 2 months from what I hear.
So what are they going to do? Sign Clemens now?
Clemens is gonna come back, I think. But I don't think McNamee is gonna be his personal trainer anymore. I don't know about you.
Doubt
Do
it.
you think they can rekindle that?
I think McAbee's in more trouble with the law than.
It's not
That guy's
credible.
such a snake. So is Clemens, by the way.
Credible.
Clemens went to a Red Sox game last week, and he was sat there like he owned the place. But about 10 people out of the 35,000 cheered for him, and he was like, tipping his hat. Like, oh god, the guy's so smug. I gotta love him.
He's very cocky.
Yeah.
He is very cocky.
The Rocket.
But you know what?
Better Rocket pitcher, Chet Steadman or what is it?
Stedman!
Or Roger
Yes! Yes! Bring the heat, baby!
You have one game.
The-
Who starts,
The
Chet
big-
Steadman or Roger Clemens? Which one?
I Stedman
Mugs.
all the way. Stedman.
Stedman?
Then,
I got Stedman.
Big
too.
fan of Stedman. I think he's got one more inning.
the big, funky cheddar.
I let my arm go. Sorry.
You got me there. Hi, Flo.
Hi.
Oh, you got me there.
What a good time to end this.
There's a
Sports
good
Center.
spit take for
That's
you.
a good spit take. Well, on that note, that has been another fantastic episode of the Sports Report. Love the top 10 mugs. Love the bad jokes, Tim.
Thank you.
Even though you farted.
They'll always be here every day. Speaking of bad jokes.
Coming up after the break,
Chad
Jerry,
Stedman.
Jerry Sandusky's lawyer.
Ooh.
He's torn everywhere. We even got him. You're watching MattyVision.com. We believe in the police.